Do you sometimes struggle to get your drives nice and straight down the line? Or does it happen that you hit the sidewall too early and the ball pops out, or you get unnecessary strokes? Today we're gonna fix that. I will be going through my 3 favorite tips on each side, the backhand and forehand drives. The purpose is just to get the ball down that line nice and straight as consistently as we possibly can, because these small margins are going to play a big role in the game. And if we are dominating the back and the tight drives, we're probably going to win our matches, right? So yeah, it's all about body positioning and how we're swinging the ball. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, I would really appreciate it if you guys took some time to like the video, subscribe to my channel, helps me a lot. Let's get started with crucial tip number 1 that is obviously, once again, very overlooked. Often when we're hitting the ball and swinging the ball, we just hit it, forget about the rest, go on to the tee and go on to play our next shot. What we don't think about is how we follow through to the ball. So on our drives, it is so crucial that we follow through straight in order to get the ball straight, right? The classic rule of the ball is going to go to where your racket ends up. I really like that rule. So what we want to make sure we do is when we hit that ball, make sure that we're keeping, as we hit the ball, firstly, keeping that wrist nice and stable. I keep exaggerating this. And then follow through straight to get that ball down that wall nice and straight. What we don't want to do is hook at the end, or as some would say, breaking the wrist as you hit the ball and then hooking around. This is where we hit the side wall, we get our timing wrong, okay? So practice hitting that ball nice and straight. All right, let's get into tip number 2. So that tip I just spoke about obviously talks about the swing. I'm going to be putting it in this order because this is how these tips tie into each other. So the second tip I'm going to be talking about is the body stance and position we want to hold when we play that ball. So in addition to following through straight, we want to keep our body square to the side wall. If we want that ball going straight, we want to stay square to the side wall, and just, this is our target then, right? As soon as we open up with our open body, our ball can go pretty much anywhere. Once we're squared down, I feel like the ball is only going to go in this range. Secondly, it helps with our stability a lot. If I'm playing that ball, you see I'm nice and stable there, which means I can get back to the tee quickly. If I'm opening up, all that force and momentum of my ball hitting is going outwards, and I'm opening up with my upper torso, and we're going to be unstable and we're going to struggle going back to the tee. So this, like I said, if you follow through straight and stay square, your ball is probably going to be nice and straight and you're going to be quite stable. So on to my last tip, also very important as always, that's why it's the top 3, right? Focusing on 3 basic things to make our game better. The last one we want to focus on is we want to keep a good amount of distance and spacing to the ball. What people tend to do is they tend to get way too close to the ball. That's the common one. If you're too close to the ball, you don't have space to hit a nice and tight drive. If I'm close to the ball, hitting this target and getting that ball down this alley feels impossible. But if I'm quite far away from the ball, I don't know, in my head it feels like the target feels much more achievable, much more easier to hit. So when we're hitting the ball, I like to use my racket to kind of calculate the spacing I need to use. That helps me a lot. So when the ball comes, I use my racket, right? And then I have the distance I need because my racket prep is up and I have the thing, all right? So when you're doing solos, what you can try to do is hit the drives, and instead of going all the way here into the corner to hit those drives, you just go here, come back, go here, come back. We don't need to be as close to the ball as we think. It also is much more efficient if we just go one step, hit that ball out ahead of us, we save so much time and movement, right? Because this is one step. If I go all the way to the ball, it's many steps, and the quality of my shot is not going to be as good. As I mentioned before, all of these things tie into each other. Get that follow through straight, combining it with keeping your body head on with good distance, you're bound to hit good tight drives consistently. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my last video, I spoke about the 3 best tips for any squash player overall ever. Oh, light malfunction. I spoke about the 3 best squash tips I think ever to do the greatest improvement. So make sure you check out my last video. I hope you liked this one. If you did like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.